Symbolic figures are a valuable adjunct to philosophy. They help men to integrate and bear in mind the essential meaning of complex issues. Apollo and Dionysus represent the fundamental conflict of our age. And for those who may regard them as floating abstractions, reality has offered two perfect, fiction-like dramatizations of these abstract symbols, at Cape Kennedy and at Woodstock. They were perfect in every respect demanded of serious fiction. They concretized the essentials of the two principles involved, in action, in a pure, extreme, isolated form. The fact that the spacecraft was called Apollo is merely a coincidence, but a helpful coincidence. If you want to know fully what the conflict of reason versus irrational emotion means, in fact, in reality, on Earth, keep these two events in mind. It means Apollo 11 versus the Woodstock Festival. Remember also that you are asked to make a choice between these two, and that the whole weight of today's culture is being used to push you to the side of and into Woodstock's mud. In my article, Apollo 11, The Objectivist, September 1969, I discussed the meaning and the greatness of the moon landing. To quote, "No one could doubt that we had seen an achievement of man in his capacity as a rational being, an achievement of reason, of logic, of mathematics, of total dedication to the absolutism of reality. The most confirmed evader in the worldwide audience could not escape the fact that no feelings, wishes, urges, instincts, or lucky conditioning could have achieved this incomparable feat, that we were watching the embodied concretization of a single faculty of man, his rationality." This was the meaning and motive of the overwhelming worldwide response to Apollo 11, whether the cheering crowds knew it consciously or not, and most of them did not. It was the response of people starved for the sight of an achievement, for a vision of man the hero. This was the motive that drew 1 million people to Cape Kennedy for the launching. Those people were not a stampeding herd, nor a manipulated mob. They did not wreck the Florida communities. They did not devastate the countryside. They did not throw themselves like whining thugs at the mercy of their victims. They did not create any victims. They came as responsible individuals, able to project the reality of 2 or 3 days ahead and to provide for their own needs. There were people of every age, creed, color, educational level, and economic status. They lived and slept in tents or in their cars, some of them for several days, in great discomfort and unbearable heat. They did it gamely, cheerfully, gaily. They projected a general feeling of confident goodwill, the bond of a common enthusiasm. They created a public spectacle of responsible privacy. And they departed as they had come, without benefit of press agents. The best account of the nature of that general feeling was given to me by an intelligent young woman of my acquaintance. She went to see the parade of the astronauts when they came to New York. For a few brief moments, she stood on a street corner and waved to them as they went by. It was so wonderful, she told me. People didn't want to leave after the parade had passed. They just stood there talking about it, talking to strangers, smiling. It was so wonderful to feel, for once, that people aren't vicious, that one doesn't have to suspect them, that we have something good in common. This is the essence of a genuine feeling of human brotherhood, the brotherhood of values. This is the only authentic form of unity among men, and only values can achieve it.